Did you know we're getting a James Bond game which is currently titled Project 007? Well, here is everything we currently know, albeit not so much. It's been developed and published by IO Interactive, which you might have heard of them. They are the company behind hit games like Hitman and Kane and Lynch, most recently Hitman 3, which, just sidebar real quick before we carry on, Kane and Lynch was one of my favorite games as a kid, so to see them making a James Bond game, I am all for it. If you have played Kane and Lynch, please let me know in the comments below, because it was such a great game when it came out. I just think it'd be very bad now. It was similar to Payday, like Payday, you know, the new Payday series, but imagine you could kill each other at the end of the mission. So you're walking away like, no, don't kill me, don't kill me. But anyway, you're not here for that or my personal childhood memories. You're here for James Bond Project 007. Now, the engine they're going to be using is Glacier 2, which is IO Interactive's staple. Using it on the most recent Hitman game, Hitman 3, this doesn't mean much. I personally think the engine is outdated, but we will see, as Hitman 3 was beautiful when it came out. I just want to see new engines on newer games. Call me old school, I guess. It is releasing on all platforms, so that's PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, which again, before you guys cry and moan, it's a good thing. I personally hate exclusivity in gaming. So what exactly is Project 007? First of all, it's a working title, which means it might not be called that at the end. I'd be very surprised if it is. But most likely will be called something completely different, not Project 007, but that's what they're going with right now. I find it funny because most games usually get a working title which is nothing like the game at all, so that you can't guess it, but Project 007 is pretty easy to guess. But we have had a couple of teasers, but we'll get into that very, very shortly. Project 007 is a game that will feature a wholly original Bond story, and players will step into the shoes of the world's favorite secret agent to earn their 00 status. So yes, you guessed it, it's going to be the very first James Bond origin story, which I'm very excited for, but it does mean that we're not going to be as powerful and incredible as the James Bond that we all know and we grew up with. But IO Interactive have said that the Project 007 will be a cinematic spy thriller that will take players on a globe-trotting adventure. The game itself will feature a variety of locations. We're talking London, Cuba, and Japan. Yet another side note, I'm sorry, Cuba is one of my dream locations to visit. So again, if you've been to Cuba, please let me know in the comments below. I want to live precariously through you. Make me jealous. That's all I ask. Players will also be able to use a variety of gadgets and weapons, including the iconic Walther PPK, which, if you don't know, is the staple pistol in James Bond's arsenal. The game is still in development and in very much early development, and all we have in terms of visuals is a teaser trailer that shows a bullet kind of being loaded into the chamber of a gun, a build-up of the iconic Bond theme tune, and then the iconic gun barrel sequence, and then the text Project 007. We also know there was a job listing that was looking for individuals with experience working with third-person action games to work on an upcoming Bond game that will be wholly original. So with this in mind, similar to the Hitman games, we could be looking at a third-person James Bond game. If I'm honest, I love the Hitman games, and I love third-person perspective in some games. I just prefer first-person when it comes to FPS. I feel like you're playing as the character. But anyway, guys, that's it. So my question for you for this video is, what would you like from a James Bond game? For me personally, I'd love a really good single-player linear story game. Not every game I think has to be this big, open world, powerful game. But anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below what you want from the James Bond game. And as usual, thank you for watching. I do really appreciate it. If you could drop the video, you know, a little like, I'd really appreciate it. But until the next video, have a good one.